Hey guys, Smitty here. Thanks for tuning in and welcome back. We're back in Valheim, back in our build series, ready to start our next project. So we are going to be staying true to our recent theme of staying small, compact, and cozy. What we're really going to do is be creating a cottage next to the water, so I found this nice hill to build on. But in this video, I'm going to be utilizing some unique build techniques. And that's just to achieve the theme that I'm going for. So I want to create like a fantasy themed cottage with really high angled roofs. So it's going to require using some unusual techniques, but without further ado, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get right into it. Okay guys, so as always, we do just kind of have some of the foundation laid out, and it's a pretty basic shape. The main part is really just 5 by 8, and then we have a couple little of these like outlet areas, like 1 by 3, 1 by 2. Not an overly complex foundation to start out with. And again, the goal here is to create kind of a fantasy cottage style build, and that's really going to come down to the roof shape that I have in mind. And so it's going to be a little bit experimental. I'm not exactly sure how it'll work, but I do have a theory of how we can achieve this. And it's not going to be with your typical 26 and 45 degree beams. It's actually going to be kind of like a layering of beams to make sure that we can get the angles that we want. So that might not make sense now, but it should in just a second. But let's just get some of our bones in here, as we always say. So we'll go up, let's say 4 meters, that first level here. Maybe we'll do segments of 2. Maybe actually here we'll do a segment of 3, so it won't be totally symmetrical, but I think that should be okay. And let's just cover up these iron beams with wood so that it looks nice. I don't know what it is about the iron beams. I just never enjoyed the way that they look, so I always cover them with wood beams or logs or something like that. Some of you might like the way it looks. This is just something I prefer to do. But okay, so let's just kind of get right into the roof shape, because that is going to be the main thing that we need to do. And so, again, what I want to do is create really steep angled roofs. And again, what I want to do here is actually create a really steep angled roof. But if we're just using the normal beams that we do, we'd be limited to 26 and 45 degrees. And 45 degrees just isn't quite steep enough to achieve the look I want. So what we have to do is actually create a roof that is just a bunch of beams, but we're going to stack them in a way that the angle will get nice and steep. So it is going to be a bit of work getting it set up, and it's probably not the most practical way, but I think it'll look kind of nice when we're done. So let's just get right into it. So how we're going to start this is we're going to start with a 1 meter beam out like this, and then we're just going to stack wood poles. And this is to create the correct spacing for the connection points that I want. So if we stick a 1 meter beam there, we're basically going to go up and just at the halfway mark on this other beam, we're going to place it right adjacent to it. So see how that kind of goes halfway up? So we're going to do that 4 times headed inward. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that one. Okay, so there's 4 there, and so those are all halfway up. And then the next 4 are going to be a little bit higher, so which means we got to stack one here, and then we're going to go up basically 3/4 of the way. So we'll go up 3/4 on this one, stack 3/4 here, and we'll just repeat that for 4 more. So we'll go 4 half, 4 3/4. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then we need 1 more. will be that. And so, as you can see, we're starting to get a bit of a steeper roof as it goes up. So we do need to kind of establish a midpoint here, though, for it to meet, which would be right here. So let's just raise this up just to know where we have to go to. And so we did 4 1/2, 4 3/4, and then the next ones are just going to be almost like just kind of like barely want to go up. So there's just like an 1/8 left of that one that you're matching there. And so that'll make it so that this last part of the roof is super steep. And we'll just continue to do this until we hit the midpoint of the roof, which would be right here. So we'll go up one more. There we go. And then we'll just delete these top ones, which we were just using as a gauge. But this will give just an outline of the house. Well, actually, what we need to do is... So what we need to do down here is... We'll go 3/4 for 4. Just to kind of flatten out the look so it's steep. And then it flattens out here at the end. So we'll go 1 2 3. Maybe... Yeah. Maybe we'll just start with 3. Or do we want to do one more? Maybe, okay, maybe we'll go 4. Do 4 out like this. Yeah, so we got that nice shape right there. And so basically what this is going to allow us to do is this gives us snapping points for these wood beams. And these are going to kind of stack on each other and create the roof. So again, it is not the most practical roof by any means, but it is a way we can achieve this shape without needing like gizmos or anything like that. So and then we basically got to fill in these holes with wood beams as well, but we just kind of want to get the frame of the roof first. So let's do the other side real quick. So again, we'll use the wood poles. Go 1/2, 1 2 3 4. Stack one more, and from there we'll go 3/4 of the way up. 1 2 3 4, and then we'll just go really tight to this next one here. Create the steepest part. And then honestly, actually, it should just kind of connect right here. Yeah. So then you should, at the end of it, if you follow the same pattern, it should meet at the same spot. And so then delete these. We'll stick on the flattened parts down here. 1 2 3 4. So there. Now we can kind of see the shape here in the front. So let's just go ahead and stick in the quick and easy snapping points right here. Okay, and so now we need to fill in these gaps. And so what you're basically just going to do is you're just going to custom place them with the shift key and slide them in as far as you can go. So this setup process definitely takes the longest, but once you actually get these snapping points in, it actually becomes pretty quick because you can just, on each snapping point, you can just extend it across. But you want to make sure that you get the outline and structure correct here, because that kind of guides the rest of it. So just be careful to get these in. For these higher ones, you might have to sneak in an additional beam. So you see there's a little bit of space, so you might just have to sneak an additional one right on top here. There. Okay, there. So we filled in all the gaps with our wood. And it's got that nice shape. So as you can see, it's much steeper than the 45-degree beam. And so that'll give us a little bit different look, a little bit different theme to this cottage. So let's just repeat the process on this side. We'll fill it in. Alright, so there we go. I think we've filled in all the gaps here. And so with that, you can actually just extend it on each snapping point here for each beam. And so that's where this process actually speeds up. So again, not the most practical roof, but I think it'll end up actually looking kind of cool. Yeah, I already like that shape right there. So one thing about having a roof that doesn't kind of follow the standard parameters of the build is that there are going to be just a bunch of like custom placement pieces. So this actually is probably going to end up being a pretty complex build, even if it's not that big, but it's always fun to experiment, I think. We'll just keep extending this out a little bit. Okay, so there, you can kind of see the pattern of how this is going to work here. So we do kind of have to figure out, so I do want it to overhang a little bit on this side, so I'm gonna bring this out just 1 meter on each of these snapping points. And then let's just maybe put another layer of the vertical poles here. I think that's snapped quite the right one. There we go. Okay, nice. And so then we'll just also fill in the gaps based on the other snapping points that we have, just so we don't have any holes on this part. Alright, there we go. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So it's obviously not like super smooth. It's kind of a stylistic thing. Kind of looks like Minecrafty, to be honest. Just a little like pixelated, but I think it still looks kind of cool. So we'll just go with it. Cause again, I do like the shape. I think it achieves what we intended to do here. All right. He's going up. Okay, nice. And then we will fill in on this side as well. Okay. I think that should set it for this, at least front part of the roof. Or actually, do we want a beam in the middle? Maybe not. Maybe we just have beams on the side. Be here. Okay, so we'll do that. Should I take this out? I think we should be good without it. Hopefully. Okay, cool. I think we are good there. Nice. Okay, let's just push this all the way over. I get that shape in right now. Definitely the least cost-effective roof when it comes to resources. Do not recommend trying this technique if you are not building in creative mode, that's for sure. Should we add this? It's just kind of like a decorative element here. Actually, yeah, that might look kind of nice. Kind of like line the roof here. This is a little tricky getting it to the right spot. And this one. That one. That one maybe? I don't know. We'll see. You know what? Before I fully commit to that, let's just get the rest of the roof in here. I think I like it. I'm not sure, but it'd be a shame to put in all the work to get all those in and realize I don't want it, so. let's just get in what I for sure know I want. The thing is also, because this is such a custom roof, is that you have to follow it all the way across. Because you can't just start it on this side and bring it to the middle, because it's probably not going to match exactly. If you want it to be exactly consistent all the way across, you really just kind of have to approach it from one side to the other all the way across. Okay, slowly but surely are working our way across here. I think it will actually look really nice. This is actually quite an advanced build technique. Definitely not the easiest to execute as well. If your spacing isn't right, it's not gonna quite come out with the right shape. But I think we were able to execute it correctly here. Okay, here we go. So we kind of got the basic part of the roof in. Let's kind of do that fringe overhang as well. Make sure these are spaced correctly and that we're snapping to the right beam. Yeah, okay, I think that's right. Let's do the other side now. Alright. Here we go, we have that side. We'll extend it out just 1 meter. Some more beams. Alright, nice. And then let's put another beam in here just to create that double layer. Alright, awesome. Now let's just fill in the gaps here. So start there. Alright, now the other side. Okay, there we go. So the basic roof is in. I think I do want to kind of line it with these vertical poles. I think that looks nice. So let's try to get those in here. And at the end of the day, I think I'm going to be carving out these sections too to kind of create different parts of the building. But you do have to, again, create it all the way across just so you have all the correct positioning for all the beams, since it kind of works off the singular frame and snapping points that you established there. So gotta make sure that it's not overlapping. That's kind of like my guide here. I'm gonna go for those ones. Okay, nice. Alright, let's just get the rest of these in here real quick. Maybe we'll actually move this over just so it's a little bit more symmetrical. I think that'll work a little bit better here. Okay, and let's finish this up here. Okay, cool. So we got that little kind of decorative bit. I'm gonna leave this part open. So I think eventually what I'm gonna open this up into kind of like maybe like a balcony or something that's facing this way, and so we'll have a different kind of like roof head up here. So let's just keep that in mind. I'm just not gonna add the kind of decorative fringe right there. This does look pretty cool. I'm liking it. Took a while, a little complex, but we definitely have the shape. It takes me back to my Minecraft days, right? Like, kind of looks a little Minecrafty, but I like it. I think it's a solid start here. Okay. So next, let's try to plan out these little kind of cutouts here in the roof. So start here, we'll go 2 up. Okay, so this will be kind of like 1 level, which means we have to get rid of some of these. So let's, there we go. So that can go across like that. Okay, we'll start with that. We don't want to delete more than we truly have to, but let's start getting the kind of roof shape here. Actually, I kind of want to stick it out a little bit more. There's like maybe a little bit of an overhang here. So let's do that. Just push it out another meter there. Okay, nice. And then have that. Yeah, and I think we will kind of extend the support beam through here. So that should work. Now let's try to create, again, a similar kind of steep roof geometry here. So this will be the first one. So we'll go, so these ones are going to be kind of halfway up, right? So yeah, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. So there's a 4th one. All right, let's try to mark off where the midpoint is here on this roof as well, just so we know how far we have to go. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll go to our steeper. Yeah, we'll go to our steeper ones here. So we'll go kind of 3/4 up on this higher one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe these last ones will be the ones that are highest, so it'll probably be a couple here. There's that. And that'll just meet here. Okay. How high does that go? Ooh, it actually goes a little high over here. I wonder if we get this to connect. Oh, that actually works really well. So we will do that on this side. Obviously, we have some structural integrity issues, so we'll have to address that as well. But let's just kind of get these beams out. And then, yeah, we gotta do the same thing on this other side here. So go 4 midway, 4 3/4, and then just go really tall on the last couple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll start going 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, and then this last one will just be really close here on the top. So, all right, and that should match. Okay, nice. And then I guess we probably should clear it out a little. So we'll go 3/4, 3/4. So yeah, maybe just 2. Yeah. Okay, I think I like that. And then we just gotta bring this in kind of as far as we're able to. We'll start with 2. It's gonna probably take quite a few custom placements, but let's just start with this for now. It's not gonna snap perfectly with this shape of the roof. So yeah, we'll have to just kind of squeeze them in where we can. So this is the kind of the detriment of going outside the box here when we're doing a design like this. I wonder if we could do another layer of supports going up this way, and that would meet there. That would hopefully give us enough support so this thing doesn't collapse, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so if we get rid of this, will it collapse? Hopefully not. So far, so good. Okay, doesn't look like it's gonna break down. We might even be able to connect this now. Alright, cool. So that worked. Now comes the task of kind of just like filling this in. So a lot of custom placements again. It's kind of in these cracks here. Okay, so I think that side's taken care of. Now let's get this side. Alright, I think this side is good as well. So, gotta fill this in. Okay, and let's delete more of these. Yeah, okay, so we kind of gotta place in or understand what's gonna go on with our second floor here. Let's do that. Let's just place some flooring all around. I mean, do I really know what I'm doing? Not really. We're just kind of figuring this out as we go here. Maybe a couple walls can go here. Maybe we can take out some of these. Like, where does that line to? Right here. We're really just kind of figuring this out as we go for this one. Gonna be a lot of problem solving in this build, I feel. Okay, nice. Guess we'll just keep bringing these across as much as we can. Kind of have to decide if I want to make it poke through this other roof or if I'm gonna stop it just before. So we'll bring it right up until that roof for now. Might have to figure out something there. Might just have to custom place it the other way so that it pushes out from the roof instead of in. I don't think we're intersecting it as of yet. Okay, so we pushed that in here. Alright, now let's just kind of carefully place in the rest of these, that they match up with the roof. Okay, those should be fine there. Okay, awesome. So that connects. Might be a little bit crude, but does work, I think. We're just gonna place in some custom walls here just to kind of cover that up. Make this look a little nicer. Okay. Now, let's just kind of place in these as best as we can. Alright, cool. Connected up until this part up here. Sorry if this build process seems a little more scattered than usual. This is definitely doing some experimenting here, so just trying to figure out how to make this all work. Okay, now let's connect these. Okay, there we go. It is all connected in through here. A couple of these stick in, which I don't really want. So maybe get rid of those. Don't really mind those top ones. We can probably just cover those up somehow. But let's fix these while we can. Nice. So let's maybe build this up. It's a little bit of a frame here. Okay, I think this will be fine. We'll just seal it up like that. We'll doorway to this balcony. Okay, yeah, so that's... Jeez, yeah, a lot of custom place pieces here, but it is coming together. Let's go ahead and put in the trim layer on this roof as well, just like we did on the other one. Alright, nice. Really interesting. Again, I like that we have stayed consistent with that kind of theme here. Okay. So, let's work on some of this entrance bit, I think, as well. Okay, so here... maybe we'll go... it'll only be 3 meters high from the stone foundation. Let's do that. We'll go up to there. And I think I do kind of like how it's like just a little bit off center like that. Break a little bit of symmetry there. I think it'll look kind of quirky. So, again, let's try to find a nice like roof pattern to go for. So, 1, 2, let's find the midpoint. Start going steep. So we'll go 2 of the kind of 50% up, then we'll start our stack and go 75% up for another 2. Maybe that'll kind of be it here, and then we'll do another one pretty high up. Maybe that can be our shape. That should work. Then we'll kind of trail off here. Okay, yeah, that'll work. So let's repeat that on this side. Alright, and that should be pretty symmetrical there. Yeah, okay, I like that. Bring out our beams. And it all should kind of just like match into the building here. So, there we go. That roof is taken care of as well. Okay, and then we gotta create another section over here. So, we'll have a little outcrop on this side. Take away some of these. Okay. Nice. So, we'll raise these up. Cover them. Let's extend the floor out a little farther as well. Should connect through here. Here we go. We'll extend it out. Kind of has like a 1 meter overhang on the side here. Alright. Again, let us do another roof. So I think we'll do the same as the front because this is again well, I guess 4 meters apart, but two blocks. So we'll go 1, 2 midway up that block, and then we'll go start doing our steep ones. 1, 2, and then yeah, I think we really only have room for like one more here. Alright, same with the other side. See, once you kind of get your pattern and you understand the technique of what you're doing, it isn't too bad. I mean, it's obviously much slower than just using normal roof pieces. Yeah, I think that'll look good. Remove that. Hopefully it doesn't collapse. And then we'll have a couple flatten off down here. Nice. All this for steeper roof angles, huh? Oh man. Alright, yep. So we'll just wall this off. Alright, so close off some of this. Okay. There we go. And, well, actually maybe doorway here. Does that stick out? A little bit, but not really noticeable. So we'll go with that. Maybe we'll stick some of these in here as well. Okay, there we go. Just get these last couple here. Seal that up. Okay. Now, again, we'll just replicate that pattern that we've done all the way around. And then we'll go ahead and wall this off as well. Actually, maybe we'll use a half wall here. Just leave it more open. Then maybe we'll use some cage wall to just do like a small little balcony. And then, yeah, maybe sneak a couple other carved dividers in here. Okay, yeah. Do something like that. Nice. So I think most of our roofing is done here. Maybe we'll have another section on this side. Okay, so let's get some of our walls in here on the ground floor. And what I'm going to do is kind of use a layered stone wall here, because there's so much wood already in this build, so I need to make sure that I'm switching up some materials so it looks a little bit better on the outside here. So we'll use just some of the stone here, and we'll just kind of create a layer that goes all the way around. Again, I don't know what exactly I'm going to do over here. Might have stairs going down for a little like backdoor area. Unsure. So maybe I'll skip that for now. Everything else, let's just get lined in. Okay, nice. It does shrink out the space that we have available on the inside here, but I think should be okay. Actually, something we gotta keep in mind of where our fireplace is gonna go. So maybe I'll do a corner fireplace. Does that work? Let's give it a go. I think of how exactly I would execute this. Already running into some issues here with where the support beams are. Is that really where I want it? Maybe this isn't where I want it. Maybe we move it over here, because I don't want it to interfere with this kind of shape here on the side. Okay, so we're gonna have to rework this a little bit. Probably gonna have to shift it over. Get rid of some of this stone here. Okay, what if we just try to sneak in the fireplace like right here? Okay, let's try it. Okay, so maybe we'll get rid of this right here. Would have probably been better if I planned out this chimney before I started building the roof and everything, but so be it. Okay, let's frame this thing a little bit. We'll just use that technique where we rotate some beams in a couple clicks each time, and then just like layer it, just to give it a little bit nicer look. Okay, same thing on this side. 1, 2. These across. Do this to create some kind of like a mantle over the fire. Let's turn these last corners in. Can. Okay, there we go. I think that looks symmetrical. And then we'll just layer in some of the stone here. Okay, yeah. And that should work for this. Let's close up this floor again. And then we'll just have to use the 1 meter floors for here. Yeah, I do think I like this location of the chimney a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Hey guys, so sorry for the jump here. So I just realized I was having some technical difficulties here. So my recording actually stopped, and I had no clue that it stopped. So I was just building and not recording anything. So sorry, there is a bit of a jump here to which it wasn't captured. But so I did finish building the chimney. It was kind of decorated. I made it a little bit tapered and then come back out, which I think looks really nice. And then I have added the back area here with another little roof area. And I have done some of the walls and some of the windows here as well. So, as well as kind of like our stairways going up to the second floor, and then this kind of cool little back door area. So, again, apologies for the jump here. But yeah, I didn't realize that the recording has stopped. But let's just kind of resume from here. So, I've done the door, the walls. And so I've established also where the windows are going to go, and just so you guys can see, I've just framed them, and then I've used a wood floor to kind of create a little like lip on the windows here, which I think look nice. I'm trying to think of what else I might have missed here while the recording stopped, but I think that might be it. But we're just kind of throwing on our finishing touches here. We need to add some of the trim to the window here. Do we want to line the windows on the inside? Does that look nice? I don't know. Might not be necessary. But let's add some beams to some of these corners. I think that just kind of makes sense from a structural perspective. Okay, and now what I might do is I might split some of these windows here. But I'm gonna split it, I think, based on that snapping point on the inside, just to give the windows a little bit more depth. Do I like that? Yeah, I think so. Let's do that. What does it look like from the inside? That's not bad. Then I could honestly do this as a lining for it. This one's a little bit different because this one has that double layer of but that's a structural beam right there, so don't want to take that one out. But yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of frame and line these windows. Okay, so far so good. Now we need to figure out how we're gonna close up this area. Some of these awkward wall sections, because it's not gonna fit just automatically. What I do think I want to do here, though, is at least for this section. So let me kind of seal it like that. Maybe I build out a little kind of mini balcony through here. Like a little walkout or something. Yeah, curve it. Ooh, and actually, what if I use the shutters as kind of like the railings? This is actually a nice technique to use because it's thinner than just the wood walls. So you get a little bit different, a little bit of variance there, which looks kind of nice, to be honest. Get this to snap in the right spot, that is. Yeah, actually that looks kind of nice. And actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to replace these with the shutters as well. Just because I think I like... See, it just gives it a little bit more texture. Yeah, it just looks a little bit different. So I'm going to do that for all of these. Do I need those even? Maybe not. Okay, yeah. I like that. Little kind of balcony walkout here. So let's close up what we can. This should be okay. Maybe for this middle part, we'll just use the dividers. That look kind of nice. Go up a little bit there. All right, and let's see. I'm trying to fit some of these pieces. Try to close it up as much as we can, but no, I don't want to do that. Let's actually just try to, like, this is where things are really going to start getting kind of janky here. You know, and obviously a lot of these problems are because we have a roof angle that doesn't fit with any, like, vanilla piece or anything like that, right? So it's just kind of becoming a big puzzle. Oh yeah, this is what we could do. We could just kind of follow the contour of the roof. And then just place... Yeah, then we can just place beam pieces like that. Yeah, and then let's just kind of create a little next layer. Okay, so that works. It's a little crude, but it doesn't look terrible. I mean, it still kind of follows the shape of the roof, which I like. That same? Yeah, okay. That's the same. But that works, and it seals it up. So, guess we try to do something similar on this side. Oh, actually, or you know what? Maybe what we do here is we use the snapping points of this other roof. As much as we can here. Okay, so let's get to some of the way for there. And then I think we just approach it from the other side. And then just kind of fill in the blocks here. Alright, so that looks like this will work. Okay, so there we go. That's sealed up. And honestly, might as well just kind of keep it going all the way. Okay, so there we go. So it's sealed up. Again, maybe a little crude compared to normal techniques, but looks like most of it is done there. Okay. So what I want to do next is maybe I want to add some flare to the top of these builds, I think. Maybe do some sort of like something like that, and then maybe we'll hang some hanging braziers on it. Hopefully that stays. Nope. Not strong enough. So maybe I still can do it, but maybe I just hang the brazier at more of the... Yeah. More at the base there. But I think that gives a nice little flare. So maybe let's try to do that to the other side as well. Well, I guess I could use just like an adornment, maybe? No, instead of doing an adornment, I think I just want to maintain the theme of just doing like all those like... all these kind of custom shapes here. So let's do that. 1, 2, and then place one of those. And then yeah, let's do that in all these areas. How do I like this? Does this look okay? Okay, I think that's fine. We'll place another hanging brazier around here. Alright, and then one more here. Okay, this is where the brazier will go. Nice. Okay. Are we done here? Are we done with the structure? Finally? We might be. Jeez, that was, that build was quite difficult, to be honest. It's not super big, but it really is just like an advanced build technique, which makes you, really forces you to think outside the box, but it looks really cool. I mean, I love the shape of this. It does look so Minecrafty the way, like, we just kind of custom placed all these beams. But it looks really cool. I think what I'm gonna do here is maybe just throw these on there. But yeah, so I think with that, we will call the structure complete on our cottage. And I think it paid off. So like that technique definitely took a long time, but it looks so cool. Like just with the higher sloped roofs. Really like that. It's going to be a lot of fun to decorate this in the next episode, especially with how long it took just to build the structure. But I think we have a really good start here. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks.